All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
I here bring out a quick lesson on putting off the old man. It's the brother Shakar with the brother Tula. Okay, we're going to bring out a quick lesson again on putting off this old man. Okay, before we begin, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, from which you learned this truth, peace, and blessings, to the house of David, doing this work in all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And we want to say shalom to the whole full elect. Shalom. All right, this is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, and verse 1, and it reads, "If ye then be risen with the Hamashiach, or the anointed, seek those things which are above," says, "where the anointed sitteth on the right hand of the Most High." Keep going.
So at this point, we're dead to this life now.
Right.
We no longer look at this life as something appealing. We're now waiting patiently and diligently and with much anticipation on the return of Yahushua Hamashiach.
Right.
We're not as these others, the Wada Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for that we're looking to build in this land, man. I mean, once you put away the old man and you start looking to the return of the king, then you know that this life is no longer, valid. These things are temporal, to be wasted away soon, to be completely destroyed. So it's like, I don't understand these people, man. These other Israelite groups that know this truth, but that are steady building in this place. Like, they don't believe in the truth that they've been given, And that just makes me go into that whole thing again, fear of the Most High and His Son, because, it's a lack of fear and understanding that leaves you in a position to think, this truth, and yet you still looking to build here. This truth, but yet you're willing to take the bag,
Right.
And try to make something in this life because you don't believe.
It's almost like they don't believe in Yahushua.
Con. Yeah, that's it's where is your belief? But hey, as for us, we're dead to this world, man. And everything about this world is dead to us. There's nothing in it that brings us joy. We may have moments of peace and moments of where we smile and enjoy for a moment, but it's just temporal. It's momentary. Because we're looking for something greater. So and we're waiting on Yahushua to stand up from the right hand of the Most High. When his Father looks at him and tells him go. That's what we're waiting on.
Right, yeah, that's what I got a quick precept. Hebrews 1:13, it says, "But to which of the angels said he at any time, sit on my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool?" See? And that's Yahushua. And that's what we're waiting for. Like I said, you got these other groups, other men, okay, they're following in the ways of Babylon the Great, following the ways of the world, taking that bag or whatever it may be, vainglory. Okay, they act like they don't want Yahushua to come back.
Yeah, it's like it's the furthest thing from their mind that he's, and they out here preaching for filthy lucre's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has seen the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
What in the world was that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Apostle, I believe Apostle Gabar said he think it was a psyop.
Oh yeah, it probably was.
Yeah, because I don't. My elders and those that are before and above me, they speak on it, and I usually just, I speak on it because it's required of me, but and them guys, man, if the elders, apostles couldn't get, they didn't have the proper tongues to pull their heads out of their asses. I don't have the equipment. The Most High is securely positioned their heads in their rectal areas, and that's the only thing they ever gonna see is the inside of their intestines. You know, them brothers is stuck, man. It's insane.
Right.
And the only time that thing is they heads are going to be pulled from that area is when Yahushua cracks them clouds, and they gonna pop out in disbelief and want to go back up there. You know, they gonna be like your boy in what was that with Fresh Prince? He says, "I'm gonna put your head up your ass, his ass." That's how they gonna do. That's how they gonna want to do. You know, when Yahushua cracks them clouds, they gonna be pushing each other's heads up each other's ass, because the foolishness that they've done now is like, man, it's irreconcilable. You know, like, you can't justify the things that they do anymore, man.
No.
You know.
No.
But as I was saying, though, you know, we're waiting on Yahushua. That's what we're waiting on, patiently, with great anticipation.
Right.
You know.
Right. Verse 2. It says, set your affection on things above, not on things of the earth. See, that just ties in with everything that they're chasing. The bag, vainglory.
Women. You know.
Man. I got a quick precept, if I may. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take it here. That way we can show it. This is 1 John 2 and 15. And it says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. It says, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. See, and that's the problem with these men. These other groups, okay, they love the world too much. They have one foot in the world and one foot in this truth. Mm-hmm. And well, they're not all the way in the truth, because if they were, they wouldn't be doing the things that they be doing, man.
So in other words, they actually have one foot in the grave and one foot in this world.
That's right.
You know, because the Most High ain't gonna let you BS around with this truth. He doesn't accept that riding the fence. Like, you know, I'm a hold on to this bullshit till I know for sure. You know what I mean? Hey, if you don't trust, if you don't have faith, and that's what this whole thing right now, especially right now, is about building your faith up. You know, and if you're in the carnal things and things of this world, because you think you're not really sure, and you don't really believe, but, you know, you out here talking a good game, you know, hey, it's not going to do you no good, man. Because when the time comes where your faith is required, you're not going to have it.
Mm.
You know, because we're coming into a time, and, you know, I'm going to repeat myself, but your mustard seed must have had to grow roots and sprout. If you're still working with a mustard seed, if your faith is still as a mustard seed, you ain't gonna cut it.
Right.
Your faith needs to grow. You need to exercise that faith. You need to put that faith to the test. You know, because when the time comes and you need to eat, or else you're gonna get the MOT to the B.
Right.
Your faith is not gonna get you anywhere but that damn thing inside you.
Right.
Your faith isn't going to let you believe that you're going to be taken care of. When them troops storm you, when you get thrown in them concentration camps, when your head gets put in the guillotine box, you're not going to believe that the Most High is going to take care of you. You're not going to believe that you may get special powers. You're not going to believe that the Most High can make you invisible to your enemies.
Right.
You're going to do what's necessary according to this world.
Right. Well, if you can, brother, grab Hebrews. Was that 4 and 2, I believe?
Okay.
Real quick.
Okay.
Before I'll read a little bit more on this, but grab that one real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Hebrews 4 and 2. Hebrews 4 and 2, and it reads, "For unto us was the gospel preached."
See, unto us, those that have the 100% truth, right?
God. As well as unto them.
As well unto them. The gospel went out to us and them. But go ahead.
But the word preached did not profit them.
See?
Not being mixed with faith in them that heard it.
See? And that's because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai didn't give them the faith. Scripture says not all men have faith. Okay? They may have faith to believe they're Israelites, but they don't have the faith to believe this 100% true.
Man.
You know, they're going off. Going after that vainglory, going after that bag. You know, that's where they're. Because why? Because they love the world. I'm gonna continue on here. It's verse 1 John 2:16. It says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world." See, and that's all they do. They fulfill the flesh, man, with everything they're chasing after. You know, the lust of the eyes. You know, going after that money, going after that. The big houses, the nice cars, everything that comes with lusting. You know, the things of the world, after the things of this world, man.
Come on.
You got something?
Yeah, I was just thinking about the these other camps. You know, and I dare refer to them as virgins because their philosophy is all over the place. Their beliefs are all over the place. You know, but still, I'm gonna get this Matthew 25 and start at 7.
So, but let me get to that way I can show it here too. I forgot to change Matthew 25 and 7. Okay.
And it reads, "Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps."
Right.
You know, and the virgins actually meant, you know what I mean, that they followed one doctrine. You know, they weren't all over the place with a bunch of different, doctrines and philosophies and all and things that but these others aren't proven to be virgins, man.
No.
You whoring around with every wind of doctrine.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's why in Revelation 14 chapter it says those are the only ones that can be able to hear the new song.
Right. You know? And the foolish said unto the wise, and see, those foolish ones were those that are, like I said, whoring around with every wind of doctrine, doing everything except getting this truth. You know what I mean? Saturday is the Sabbath. You can only have one woman. Just all kind of madness. If the scripture says it, you go against it. You know what I mean? That's a whoring after other doctrines. You know, all of these things. Because it ain't just about these women, man, but, Most High say 7 women shall take hold of one man.
Right.
So how are you telling people they can only have one woman?
Yep.
You know?
And that's gonna be before the kingdom.
So
how much more in the kingdom?
You know?
Come on.
And it reads, continuing on, "But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves." You know? And at this time, hey, we already know the famine of the word is going to be here.
Right.
So all you others that are, in this mindset of you're not going to accept the 100% truth, you're going to make up your own versions. When the time comes, the Most High is going to remove the ability for you to get any understanding.
Right.
You're going to be left out there with in the worst kind of way.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Do you want more than that? Or are we done with that?
No, that's it.
Okay.
That's all I really wanted out of that.
Okay. I'll go back to Colossians. Yeah. And the Royal Rumble, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that could be just, man's going to the Lord.
Yeah.
So Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, man, that family of the word's coming, because that can very easily put blame on the ministry.
Man. Hey, and what does it say? Don't do anything to diminish this word or allow, your actions. Don't let your actions cause this word to get a bad mark.
Right.
And with them claiming, why they won't just claim to be Purple Baptist, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because that's a stain. And that stain is going to be put as if it were, and that's why, hey, right away I recognized the apostle when he was like, he thought it was a psyop. And that's just what, you know what I mean? Because all of the chaos that's there, that's already in the works, and everything that they're planning, this is the perfect move to say, okay, we got to nip this in the butt. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know? And then the busting part is, what happened with all this so-called black love? You know what I mean? And the black is black, and the come together with the blackness and the blackity black. Hey, that was just another symbol of all of that blackness. Because y'all actions reflected dark, blackness.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Void of light.
Void of light. Evil.
Yeah.
That was some black ass actions that man, how you supposed to be representing, but then again, hey, who you represent? Cheesy rice. And how did the Christians bring Christianity to the world? Through the tip of the sword.
Right.
How did Columbus come over here with his Christian self? How did they Christianize Africa? So-called Africa? That was Christianity. So what we got a glimpse of was your Christianity.
Yeah.
You know, you need to stop. You need to take Israel off your name. Because all you showed yourselves, you know, we're going to beat the Christian into these brothers.
Yeah.
You know, mind-boggling, man. Y'all not giving up y'all ways, man. Y'all not dead to this world.
No.
You very much alive to this world. Very much alive to the things of this world.
Right. This is Colossians 3:3. It says, "For ye are dead, and your life is hid with the anointed in the Most High."
Man, you know, shit. We're not even, you know, we're not even here. We're here in just physically. Mentally, we're not here. Our spirits are not in this place.
No.
You know what I mean? We're here because number one, we here to witness Yahushua's return. That's what I know that's what I'm looking forward to. To seeing my big brother crack the skies, put an end to this madness.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not waiting on nothing else in this world, man. Nothing.
Keep going.
Come on.
It says, verse 4, it says, "When the anointed, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory."
So, he is our life.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that means everything about this place is done to us.
Right.
And
right.
all we, you know, to have the laws, statutes, and the commandment, the laws, to have that put in our inward part, to be made perfect, you know what I mean? To know the law, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To literally be put into the new covenant, to not be able to die, you know, because it's insane the foolishness that our people, you know, from the Royal Rumblers to, you know, the already in the new covenant guys, you know, hey man, you know, and I heard one of the brothers today, you know, he was like, man, the time that you're supposed to be using to get yourself together, but you already in the new covenant, so you not using your time wisely.
Right. Well, you said something. You said that everything here, you know, we're dead to everything here. Because everything's pretty much. I mean, the scripture said. Well, let me finish it. I didn't finish it. It's First John 2 and verse 17. 1 John 2 and 17. It says, "And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever."
And what's his will? You know, and it's you know, the Most High he has not complicated this thing for us. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know,
got a quick precept since you said that. This is Romans 12 and 2. It says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Why? Because sin begins in the mind.
God.
It says that ye may prove, look, what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. See? Let me go back to Colossians. Are you gonna add something else?
I'm checking.
Okay. Let's see, I'll go back to Colossians. I'm gonna read that again. It says, Colossians 3:3 says, "For ye are dead, and your life is hid with the anointed in the Most High." Verse 4 says, "When the anointed, who is our life, shall appear, then shall he also appear with him in glory." So the Lord Yahweh Shai, he's going to get his glory. Okay, us being joint heirs, okay, we're going to be glorified in him. Okay, when he comes to establish, his kingdom, when he puts down all rule and authority, okay, of this world. Okay, everything here in this world, okay, it's going to go away, man. It's not going to operate, on the same vibration of all this wickedness. This wickedness is not going to go on forever. Okay, there's going to come a time, okay, when Yahweh, okay, is going to tell his son, hey, go get your kingdom. Okay, and then what, man? Man, all this wickedness is going to go away. Okay, this devil's going to go down. Okay, and along with you Israelites, okay, 2/3 of you that are following the ways of Babylon the Great, those who are following after the ways of the world. Okay, and that's what a lot of these other men, okay, and these other groups, these other Israelite groups, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're continuing in, again, chasing the bag, chasing after vainglory. Okay, making merchandise, okay, of Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai, man. For what? So they can increase their pockets.
I got 2 verses.
Okay.
We're going to start with 1 John 2, and we're going to get 16 and 17.
Okay. Let me see. Let me get there. 1 John 2 and what?
Yep, 16.
And 16.
And,
okay, which is there? You want me to read it again?
No, I thought you read...
No, I just read those. I'll read them again.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, love not the world, neither the things of this world. Yeah.
I thought you had gotten...
Now I'll read them again if you had another thought on it.
I thought you read Romans.
No, well, I did read Romans, but I wasn't.
okay.
I wasn't 1 John. I'll read them again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is 1 John, and I'll start at 15 again. 2 and 15. It says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world." It says, "If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." See, and we see that these men, they love the world, man.
Yeah.
Verse 16, it says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world."
And that's really what I wanted right there.
Right.
This pride,
Mm-hmm.
this lust of the eyes, you know what I mean? That greediness for a lot, to build up your wealth, to build up, you know what I mean, your name, all of these things, are for this world. You know what
Right.
I mean? You're not decreasing so Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai can increase. You're trying to increase. You know what I mean? And you're not even bringing out the name of our Father and His Son. You're just not even doing it anymore. It's all about you.
Right, and that's what John the Baptist says. I must decrease so he shall increase.
Right. That's what I was thinking of. And these others are not doing it.
No, they're lifting themselves up, man.
Come on. But grant me 1 Peter 2 and 15.
You want me to finish 17?
No.
Just 16? Okay.
Yeah.
The Spirit wanted to stay on it.
Spirit wanted, yeah.
So what did
if you want to finish it, finish it.
I'll read it again. Verse 17, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof.
So this world is going to be done away with.
Yep.
Hey, we're now in the time where we're getting ready to grab this monster's heel. You know what I mean? Hey, and he can feel it. You know what I mean? Our hand is on his heel. He get ready to get pulled down.
Tight.
He get ready to get pulled down, and he knows it. This is why he's getting ready to do what he's got to do in order to make you his permanent servant, and make the Most High and His Son have to destroy your stupid ass.
Right. Man. It says, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. So all these things that these men are lusting after, whether it's
Right.
vainglory, the money, the bag,
Yeah.
whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all gonna go away, man.
These
They
adulterous women.
they can't take none of that shit with them, man.
Yeah. You know.
It's gonna be a righteous kingdom. It says, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. See, and because the script, what did he say? He said that there's some men here that are gonna taste death.
That's powerful, man.
And man, I want to be a part of that number.
Man.
You know,
Huh.
and I know the brothers that especially those of the Great Millstone, those that are teaching like-minded doctrine. They want to be in the same line.
That's what we're looking forward to. You know, we ain't looking forward to building in this place. I want my kids to have a good.
Right, no, not a Xbox One
Man,
or PlayStation
man.
4 or whatever.
You know, a good life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A rich, fulfilling life. And that ain't going to happen here. You know? But, just one more, 1 Peter 2:15, still continuing to touch on the will.
Let me get it. 1 Peter
2:15.
All right. 1 Peter 2:15. I'll read it. There's the book of 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 15. It says, for so is the will of the Most High, that with well-doing he may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men.
Man. You know, and that's all we're seeing around us nowadays is foolish men. Foolish men doing foolish things. Men that should be learned, men that should be wise in this counsel are foolish.
Right.
You know what I mean? And showing it. You know what I mean? If you can't see by what you're watching and the actions of these men out here doing all of this crazy shit, professing to be men of God, then, hey, we have examples to look to.
Right.
And in this day and age, in this era, we have examples. We have good examples.
Right.
You know what I mean? The apostles. I don't care what you other people say, man. They are good examples. Out every week, making lessons every day, professing righteousness.
Right, and the doctrine has not changed.
The doctrine has been on point and not changed, and it's manifesting itself. We're literally seeing their words that they've been given from Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and passed down come into play.
Right.
You know? And now these others is coming up every other month with a, if you morons would listen to, yeah, we are listening. That's why they're getting on you left, right, and sideways.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the rebukinator stay on your cap.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing, man. But the Most High shit. Once they stop getting on you, that's when you really in trouble. Like right now, you being chastised, and you mad about it. But when it stops, that's when you need to get scared, because that's when the Most High has pulled them off your cap, because he's done. You've had all of the what's the word I'm looking for, when somebody keeps trying to bring you do the right thing, and you just not gonna do it, so they let you go. Leave you to your own devices.
Right.
And that's the Most High cutting your stupid asses off.
Damn. Go back to Colossians. We'll finish it off.
Yeah.
This is Colossians 3:5. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry.
So this is, this is referring to your own body and the body of the members that are with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Bringing your brothers and sisters that you're together with, each one making sure the other one is on point, each one making sure the other one is doing what they're supposed to do, looking out for your brother.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you see him struggling, if you see him down, if you see him doing, don't suffer sin upon him. Chastisement is not a bad thing.
Right.
And real men take chastisement and move forward.
Right.
They don't ball into a little puddle of mucus and whiny pooness and no, you man up, you get your shit, you get your head out of your ass, and you get right.
Yeah, like the
You know
scripture
what I mean?
says, gird up your loins as a
Right,
man.
right. Show yourself a man.
Show yourself a man.
You know, and that's what this thing is all about, man. We done with the mama boy shit.
Well, the scripture says, open rebuke is better than secret love.
Come on.
So that's true love, man. Is telling you, hey, man, you're going off.
You know, and accepting that love and getting right.
Right.
You know, brother ain't telling you that for no reason. If that man is doing what he's supposed to do and he's checking you, hey, I suggest you take heed.
Right. And it says mortify. Mortify means to put to death, man. So
the wicked man.
You know, and that's all. And it says all these things are idolatry, man. And that's what got us in this. Well, one of the reasons that got us, in this condition that we're in as a people, as a nation.
You know, and Israel's so stubborn. Instead of thinking, let me ask for forgiveness, you just completely just said, you know, the hell with it. I'm going to follow my oppressor all the way. You know, and now Israel is so pathetic that, you know, they don't even want salvation unless their oppressor gets to get it too. And he don't want it. He could give a shit about that shit you people talking about.
Right.
You know?
Right. I'll continue on. Verse 6, it says, for which thing's sake the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience.
And who's that?
That's the 2/3.
That's the 2/3.
And really, the children of disobedience should have been these other nations, beginning with Esau.
Right.
Okay, the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. But our people, they follow in their ways, man.
Yeah. Influenced, you know, seeing these other nations, wanting to be like them, not destroying them when we went into the land. You know, so now that next thing you know, we doing the same crap that they were doing. You know, and they were never given the law, so for them it was what it was. But you weren't supposed to be like them. You were supposed to be above them.
Right.
You know.
Right. I'll continue on. Verse 7, it says, in the which ye also walked some time when you lived in them. See, and we all were in that.
Yeah.
You know, we all were listening to these, you know, these wayward doctrines, you know, whether it was Christianity or, you know, being in Islam, whatever it may have been.
Which is just another bastardized form of Christianity from Catholicism.
Right.
You know? And that's why, you know, we try so hard because we recognize that we were there. You know, it's so much. I always say, you know, I'd rather hear an ex-basketball player talk about basketball and the things that's going on when, you know, okay, this guy is doing this thing and that was a good move and he should have been able to do this better or that better. When it's coming from somebody who actually played the game versus somebody who's never played the game but just can talk and critique, nobody wants to hear Stephen A. You know what I mean? There's a lot of folks because he yells the loudest, but that dude ain't playing no sport. But he can critique somebody who can.
Right.
You know what I mean? The damnedest thing. Like, go sit your stupid little ass down somewhere. And he's made big time money doing that.
Talking
shit.
Yeah.
But, you know, a man that came out of this was raised up by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and then he's telling you, hey, this is what you need to do to hey, man, that's where you're going to get your best advice from.
Right. Verse 8 says, but now ye also put off all these, anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication, which is what is these false doctrines. Okay, it's not saying, you know, F you or ass or shit. That's not what that's talking about.
Yeah.
You know, like the Christians like to say.
Well, you know that gossiping behind you know, somebody's back, talking about them instead of going to them and helping them get right. You talking about how they failing, how they going down, how things is bad for them. You know what I mean? Get rid of that type of shit.
Right.
If you see your brothers doing bad and doing out of pocket, go to him and help him. You know.
I'll read it again. It says, but now ye also put off all these, anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Verse 9, it says, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. See, and and we've all had to do that. We continue to do that. Because we're not perfect, man. We're always, committing some type of sin. Not always, but we do.
Yeah.
Okay. But the difference is we don't live in it. We're not sitting there, lying to our neighbor. Telling them false doctrines when we know what the apostles and the elders have taught, man. The 100% truth.
Grab me Matthew 22 and 39 real quick.
Matthew 22 and 39?
Yep,
okay.
Yep.
All right. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 39. And it says, and the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
And that neighbor is a person of your own kindred, of your own, of your nation. It's not all of these other nations just because, you got a Chinese and a white dude, and I'm using the AKAs, but things of that nature living beside you. Those aren't your neighbors. You know what I mean? Your neighbors, unless they stem from the seed of Jacob, you know what I mean? And then they're just wrapped in another nation's skin. That's one thing. But these people aren't our neighbors. These Edomites that thrive in the goodness of this land, who's been, able to make it. And even the ones who Esau treats like shit. And they seem like, I live around you, I'm on the same thing. Still, if Esau would give you one hot second to be up on his level and to oppress us, they'd be on it. Right. They'd show you their true nature. And a lot of them Bubba type motherfuckers will show you in a heartbeat. They was the one that Esau, the top used to keep your ass in line in the field and everything. But now that Esau has abandoned his own people, they want to associate and affiliate and be part of your shit. But no, we know who you are. We know what you've done. And nope. Sorry. Ain't nobody accepting y'all asses.
Right. I got a quick precept. This is the book of Galatians. Let me get there. Chapter 5. And I'm going to go to verse 13. And it says, for brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. See, we're under this grace period. It says, only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh. And that's what these men are doing, man.
Right.
We've been going into all that. Them going after the bag, okay, after vainglory and all that madness that they're going after. It says, but by love serve one another. And what's love? Okay, keeping the commandments.
Yeah.
Okay, but it says here, verse 14. It says, for all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And when we love our neighbor, well, we're not going after our neighbor's wife. Okay, we're not lying to them. Okay, we're not doing things that go against the scriptures. Okay, to harm our neighbor, man.
Come on.
Right. Let me go back to Colossians. Unless you got something else, and we can finish off. You got something else?
No, I was just going to see what this word neighbor comes in the blue letter.
All right. I'll go ahead and let me go there. Let me see.
Neighbor. N-E-I-G-H-B-O.
I'm going to read 9 again. It says, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man, say, with his deeds. See, we're not doing the things that we used to do when we were in the world. What the scripture says you can't eat at the table of the Lord and the table of devils. Let me get that real quick.
Man.
What is that?
Neighbor.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 21, I believe. Yeah, it's 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. It says, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. See? And that's what these men do, man. You know, they want to have one foot in and one foot out. You can't do that.
It's not going to do you any good.
Can't do that, because then they start making shit up, saying that the MOTB is sin. And then, man, then what sin is it? I mean, how much sin do you have to do?
Right.
So,
get a loaf of bread. Yeah,
so,
brother.
yeah. So you're gonna go home, and your wife's gonna say, well, I had to go bang the neighbor so I could put some dinner on the table.
Food on the table.
Man, come on. Don't even make sense, man. This is I'll read Colossians 3:10. That says, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. Okay, in the image of who? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Got anything else, brother?
No, this Blue Letter is acting funny on me this evening. We all know. I mean, those of us that know, we know who our neighbor is. So maybe next time we'll bring that out, so you get clarity according to the word on it. Right.
Right. Well, the whole point of the lesson is what? Is to put off the old man, okay, and put on this new man.
Get right,
man. We're in this grace period, not to put on a cloak of maliciousness, man, but to what? To do the things that are pleasing in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, not pleasing to our flesh,
Yeah. What did he tell? Was it Peter? Feed my sheep.
Right.
And he didn't mean feed them with abominable bullshit. Feed them with lies and feed them with the things that don't do them any good. When he told Peter to feed his sheep, he meant feed them with the truth. Right. Feed them with the knowledge of him. And we're to do the same thing, man. We're not supposed to be out here feeding the sheep bullshit. All kind of GMOs and bad doctrine and bad advice and bad. That's not what you've been commanded to do.
Right.
Right.
Well, let me read 10 again, and then we can close out, brother, unless you got something else.
No.
This is Colossians 3:10. It says, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge. See? After the image of him that created him. Got it, brother?
So, I mean, essentially, it's time to put off this old man. It's time to stop doing the things that got us in the predicament we are in now, and to start doing the things that are preparing you for that which is to come. I mean, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I want to meet Yahushua when he comes.
That's right.
And I don't want to meet him on bad terms. You know what I mean? I don't want him to say, I never knew you. I mean, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I mean, hey, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. I mean, that's the words you don't want to hear.
No.
Man, but if that's it, brother.
So
go.
I got the neighbor here real quick.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
I'm just gonna bring out the quick. This is G4139, and it's
Strong's G4139. Claycion.
And the definition it has, and I'm gonna go a neighbor, a friend, any other person, and where two are concerned, the other, thy fellow man, thy neighbor, according to the Jews, any member of the Hebrew nation and commonwealth.
Wow, that's heavy, man. Heavy.
So, hey, it's family.
Yeah, those of your lineage.
That's your neighbor. So, with that, we hope this was an edifying lesson. It's just something quick we hope was in the spirit, and that you guys, anybody that hears it gets edification from it.
Right.
We thank the Most High that he allows us to come together and make a quick lesson.
Right.
We're going to close out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.